Hey there, folks. It's come on, Friday, July 8th. I was gonna say 6:42, 6:43 a.m. Just kind of got up here and had to carry an old friend of mine, a stone, up here. I'll show them to you later. Something came back to me. Weighs 22 pounds. Excuse me. Someone's given away possessions of mine that they were supposedly holding on to and getting rid of them. And then trying to get money from you to pay them for it. It's like the person knew me who had it and sent it home. Is he cool or what? He and his wife, his family, their family, their family's family. We have a big family, folks. Anyway, I had a kind of a rough time getting up, so did her. It's just closer. I'm going to talk about a few things right now that just come out as they do. Sometimes people say Jay talks about death so much. Well, folks, I'm getting ready to leave this, to drop this body. Herc and I both are. No, I'm not going to hurt him. It'll all be natural. He's not feeling good this morning. I don't like that. I've saved animals all my life. And there's all the proof anyone needs of that, and all the veterinarians around here. I save them when they have the seizures and everything else, and do everything I can. And sometimes it's time to send them home. Well, I hope I don't have to do that. I will. I won't let Herky suffer, but the other side and Herky and I were just trying to finish this up together. Whatever happens, happens, but trying to get me to leave with him still being here. I ought to be able to reach over and take him home with me, but whatever. There's very little we can really access about ourselves out of body. Once we're in a body, folks, all this stuff is going to start changing. You'll have memories. You'll have more understanding of who you are. Excuse me. You're going to have a single core, single spirit core, or what would they call this? Single Kundalini. Kundalini is the two snakes right now. No, it's not going to be two different two spirits in there. It's just going to be one. Folks, that was all set up to control you, to make it harder for you to get out of your body, make you more miserable. All that information's in my books. That's not what it's all about. There's a lot of really cool stuff in here. How did creation start? Where did it all come from? How did it happen? It's simple. It's as simple as what came first, the chicken or the egg. Then it's book 2, which is the book 1's short. It's only about 134 pages. It's about how life came to be, including the first being what people have always been calling God. It's a male and female part of it was the male and female part of the original. It was the original first being that is split into male and female parts. First thing it ever did. Then it created a huge angel to protect stuff, and That's the one people call Lucifer, that did nothing but ever protect you. Yeah, when you really understand what's been happening, it's pretty much insanity. Then you see it to be sickness, and then it goes back into insanity, and then it just becomes wrong. You see how it happened, and then you fix it, and that's already being done. Ira's a busy man. It's his job. It's like seeing a janitor work hard cleaning a building. Good. He's doing his job, and if you look at him, he's intent on what he's doing. Every large building needs a good janitor. Somebody who knows, like a great big business, corporation, you know, they have all these people in there trying to run things, control things, make more money, take away from other people. Everyone's nothing. The people in the bottom of the building sucking, the people at the top are almighty godlike. Yeah, folks, that sucks. Okay, that's kind of whatever. But the janitor, he's going to clean that building. He's going to make sure everyone has a clean building to go into. He doesn't get too mixed up in his in what goes on. But if he's a good janitor and fight breaks out, he'll stop it. Creation's in the process of turning into that, except the janitor could do a lot more than stop a fight. That's all. Caretakers, folks. Caretakers. Really, really powerful spirit that doesn't want anything. Has a job to do, really enjoys his job, and that's taking care of everything. That's the only way it'll ever work. If you, when those of you that are religious, or those of you with, we all have religious friends. I was religious when I was a little kid. I had to be exposed to it, understand it. But those people that you can ask your friends that are religious if they want to have a God, wouldn't they want to have one that was at least nice to them, didn't want anything for itself and took care of them, wouldn't let them have disease and all this other crap, had a nice big mop? But there is no God. No, nothing is any better than anything else. Never. That'll never be allowed to happen. As soon as you say the word God, you're saying something's better than you. Nothing is. You're no better than nothing else, but folks, nothing is better than you. Be proud of who you are, please. Okay? You have meaning. Your life has meaning. Again, bringing up this death thing, it's people, it's nothing to be afraid of. I can't wait. I got stuff I got to do, and I'm tired. Okay, I have promises to keep. The animals, a big mess to clean up. I can't wait. It's almost there. I'm not going to take my life. I'm already out. There's so much of me outside of my body anymore. I'm just kind of shutting stuff down. Things are being made to happen in my life to where I can leave. Things need to change. Things need to change. People, don't be afraid of death, but please don't be so anxious to get to it unless your life is really that miserable. You're going to have lives in the future where if they are that miserable and you need to leave, you're going to be just, you'll be able to come out and go home. So, good stuff is coming. But when the body dies, you just go through another door. You go home. Imagine that you took off for business and you were gone for 3 weeks on the road, just tired, in and out of hotels, and like moving in one house and another house while you're in life, and then going through all this crap in a way. Have some nice days, but have some crap too. And then finally, you're home where you can rest and be your true self. You're anxious to open up that door. Well, yeah, as long as you know what that door is. Your religions tell you that when the body dies, you go to hell. There's this big thing in there called Lucifer that attacks you. It's silly, folks. It is. So many people. I mean, you're not silly for thinking that. That's what's been embedded into you, your parents, their parents, and it all started from the other side, from the original first being male and female. It's their fault, folks. But it's time for it not to be ours. Okay? That's all I'm saying. We're family, man. We're family. That doesn't mean we have to hold hands and sing Kumbaya. I'm not too big in that myself. You know, I got stuff I got to do, and I care about my job. I care about functioning the way I was made. I'm not a robot, but I had the fortitude of one. My fortitude's less stronger than any steel will ever be. All I want to do is help everything. And I can't do it anymore here, that's all. And I have promises to keep. My word means everything. I'm not going to tell you when I was younger I never lied. That would be a lie. But I always had a very strong sense of honor. And being in the physical world, your life can easily be manipulated. Easily. To make you eat your own words. To make you not be able to do what you want to do, and sometimes what you say you will. I don't make the spheres and stuff anymore. It's just a matter of getting out everything I promised. So I'm kind of in a rush to do that. I'll be doing that in between some days off from consults. A big part of the importance for you all to wake up is to meet yourself. Okay, another big part is to understand what happens, how you go in the body and how you come out. What happens when you come out? Oh, you go to hell. No, you don't. You go home. You open up that door and you go home. You leave your body. Excuse me. You leave the body you were in to have that life. See, I didn't mean to, but that was a completely incorrect statement at first. Until I fixed it. Some of the stuff gets by me too. So many people are told that's the end of everything. They don't understand. You're just walking in your door. Where you really live, your real house, second dimension. There's this thing on the internet about James Casbolt and I don't know, I forgot the guy's name. Two guys that play the super soldier thing. Is it Tim Myers or something? I don't know, whatever. Talking about who was that other guy? You can tell how much I prepare for these things. There's no sense in it because unless I write it down and put it in front of me, then I'll never see it, and I very rarely do that. One time I did that is the events that happened when that led up to the Anunnaki ambassador and his aide coming to my house, astral projecting. Anyway, it's the two most popular guys for that thing. And the one guy, I can't remember his name, he says, we're going to fight in the fourth dimension and we'll see whose DNA is stronger. I'm like, man, you reek. He wants to prove himself supreme. Man, that word just nasty to me. I remember one time I had a supreme burrito. The food was fine, but the name left a bad taste in my mouth. supreme, at the highest, the best. Okay. What they were trying to talk about is astral projection, which happens in the second dimension, not the fourth. And none of them see what's going on. Everyone's making up this crap on conjecture, but it's funny. I've had people say that it's a long time ago when they started talking, before all this stuff started making sense to so many people, just simply because it is, and they were waking up. This one guy said that I do everything upon conjecture, and I was looking at him like, what do you want me to do? Hold you by the hand and take it to the second dimension? You can't get there in the body. But if you wake up your abilities, you can see it, almost just like you can see something in front of you. You have to relax, and you have to learn how to trust yourself. Everything's been made to where you'll never see it. Have faith in yourselves. I have faith in you. I can do some pretty neat stuff no one else can. So, isn't that a reason to at least think about having some faith in yourself? I know what I'm talking about, man. I keep saying you're cool. That's not for ratings. I tell you I love you. That's not for ratings. If I was that worried about ratings, I never would have completely shut down the other channels. It was my word coming out that was being hampered by YouTube, so I said, screw you. You're not going to destroy what I say that way. So, the war out in space, that's all wrong. And I talked about that in the next video, about those tear-shaped ships that Corey Good was talking about. Folks, Corey's important. Every one of you is, but his job is very important here. And his head feels a little different this morning. And his daughter, his wife. Their bodies and heads, their core energies are flowing much better than they were. Right here and here on Corey, on his brain right now, it feels a little funny. He's like, I remember people a few times having told me, you don't have the right to do whatever you want to someone else. And I help people. I'm here to bring change. So you tell me all these people saying they want change and I don't have the right to do this unless I ask every single one of them? No, that ain't happening. It's like a janitor going into a room and saying, can I clean this section? Is that alright? You walk through the section. Can I clean that? Is that okay? No, everything's getting done the way it needs to be by what knows. The janitor that's been in the building longest, you reckon he's going to know the most about that building? Yep, that he does. I got a pain in the butt coming to me here soon. Someone's going to get stupid. Or something. A ship. Whatever. It's kind of funny that the last ICU I did was with a gentleman, Mark, and right before that was Leon. Leon is source from Lily and Ara, and Mark is really cool. Mark has an ability to understand and see and feel how to make things grow. The flora, that's what I was trying to say, Mark. The flora. When we were talking about it, just as soon as we popped up, boom, I said, man, you can make stuff grow. We started talking about stuff. He goes, yeah, I'm going over on my mother's yard, getting her grass growing after this and this. I just, we started talking about it. But when I cranked him up, just like Leon, over in Germany, I never, I didn't use my hands at all. I just used my mind because there's not much sense in it because I'm right there. I look at the person, I'm right there. So, my energy's always been like that, but, been there, but not like this. I'm still getting more of me pulled out of the body. But, quick. Strong, quick, soft. Boom, boom, boom. People tend to feel it more. It's just more effortless for me. My body gets tired though. It's a good thing I don't have spirit, folks. The spirit, we don't get tired. We don't sleep. We're energy. We're sentient energy with our own energy field flowing off of us, part of us. Imagine that. We just keep going. No pain, no nothing. Don't need to eat. I would say I'll miss my coffee, but or a sip of wine, but I won't because I can remember what it tastes like. But I don't have the body to enjoy that little sensation, and I don't need it. And like love, do you think that's going to be like with love? No. The feelings, when you go to remember them, it activates those feelings within you. I'm talking about without a body. It activates when you go to remember those certain sensations. You feel it, but you feel it without being in a body. It's cleaner, it's clearer, it's stronger, and love, very much the same way. Okay? When two beings who love each other put their spirit together as one, the body couldn't hold together with that much beautiful love and excitement. Okay, let's just leave that there. Bodies can't handle that. So people worried about I won't be able to feel love when I'm out of your body. You won't feel it properly until you're out of your body. Okay. Don't rush home, folks, but don't be afraid of the body being taken back away from you. Get out of it. Go home. But don't be don't force it, but don't be afraid. That's all. You know how many people are older and they're getting ready to die and they're freaking out? Am I gonna go to hell? I better go to church and give those people some money. I don't need the money anymore. I got to give it to them, so they can buy more expensive stuff to put inside and look cooler. Instead of feeding people, helping people. Well, we gave $1 million last year to help people. Yeah, and you collected $700 million. So what about that other $699 million? Huh? Where'd that go? Who did that help? You. Talk about an illegitimate business, and they don't pay taxes. Come on, man, that's funny. That's funny. Whatever. Anyway, folks, don't worry about that stuff. Don't worry about what other people think of you. You just keep being you. If someone has a problem with you for being who you are, and you're not hurting anyone, and hopefully not hurting yourself, what the hell business is it of theirs? When I started coming alive and getting real strong, you have no idea the clarity I had. That fight I got into, the original first being male and female, the male, I've said before, one time I got tired of how good I could say I went to sleep. He said in his head, he'd never said it out. As energy, he never put the thought out to the female. He had it within him, though. And he said, wait till he goes to sleep, I'll fix him. And I got a little concerned about it, but I knew it would be okay. That next morning when I woke up, I got out of bed, and it's like, I didn't know where I was. It was like when you wake up and you're in a hotel room, you feel a little funny. And then I went in the mirror and I went out of my bedroom there into the hall, and then into the main bedroom, I looked at myself in the mirror and I'm like, all right, I know that's me, but who is that? I did not know who I was, what was going on. And then I've been fighting ever since then to regain the clarity that I used to have. My clarity's fine, but not like what it was. It was unreal. Now, because I'm out of my body, I'm not having to deal with this brain. They've tried transmutating it back. That's what it is, actually changing the physical brain. They've tried changing it back. Everything has, and they improved the heck out of it to where there wasn't too much of a difference, but it was finally like that's enough of that. Now it's just me out of the body doing stuff. When I look at stuff going on in space, we're going to talk about in a minute on another video. That's how I was looking at it. And there was stuff going on in San Francisco, Araguela or something in South America. The other teardrop ships that Corey Good talks about, just recently talked about what's going on with them. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. But I wanted to bring up this, dying, going home thing. It's something to respect when someone else is going home, just like we should respect their life while they're in a body. That stuff's important to me. I hope it's important to you. Those feelings come from heart, come from caring, they come from compassion. Well, change is coming, folks, big change, and it's going to be good, and there's going to be as little damage and destruction from it as possible. But there's going to be some of that. There's things that need to leave. There's things that need to happen. Look at what's happening now. Look at these bombs going off in these airports and the bus places. You're kidding me. These people are trying to make a statement and they're killing not soldiers but civilians, mothers and children. Frack them. Every one of them needs to light up on fire and burn to cinders and scream the whole time they're doing it. Go on aggression. You have no idea how much I was holding back. Every single one of them. There's change coming, folks. I tell you not to talk about the future. I know better because I see it moving all the time. Didn't always know that, but I do. I have for quite a few years now. And I do know how I feel, and I do know what I am, and I do know what's about to happen as far as the main events going on the other side to bring the change. I also know that when you get out of a body, you still have those same feelings. They're very strong. They're very strong. And when that's your format to protect, and there's stuff tearing stuff up, kind of like a hungry lion. Better way to put that is it's a lion protecting its pride from something coming in. It's not too much longer before you start seeing some serious action, but it's going to be done against the idiots, the abusers. And they're going to fall down just like clay on a floor, on a tiled floor at school. Plop. That's going to happen. There'll be a series of massive heart attacks, brain hemorrhages, different people getting sick, animals taken home, the wars with the starships. I've been talking about that for a few years. I'm getting ready to go, and it's getting ready to happen. It's starting to happen. Imagine that. I've got to get to this other video. Folks, I don't matter. Okay? I am what I am. I don't matter. Your awakening is paramount. You becoming your true self, you becoming you, who you really are, that's what matters. At this moment, aside from getting home, that's the most important thing to me, is all of you becoming aware and awake. Aware of who you are and awaken to the fact that you have abilities you never thought you had. That doesn't mean telekinesis, throwing things around. It means seeing things for yourself, truth, understanding all your abilities, learning how to use them. People say, oh, it'd be so great to, meet someone from another planet. Why not just talk with them? Use your abilities and talk with them. You can do this. You just have to stop for a minute and relax. Folks, I love you, man. Closer I get to going home, and this aggression that I see everywhere that's being done against everyone. This next video, I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff with what's happening here on the planet, Corey, and some other stuff. Anyway, look, I love you all, folks. Take time to relax, open yourself up, and just say, go, hey, come on in, say hi. Your spirit guide's right there. You're protected like you've never been. Y'all have no idea how much protection you have now. Oh yeah, I'll talk about it more in the next video. Arizona lost over 40 of the trip chairs. 38 of them are completely destroyed. Florida lost well over 20 of them. The actual Anunnaki over there. Yeah, something happened. Some of the trip chairs just kind of frazzled. Folks, it's time for things to start happening in a big way. And Corey's going to tell you about a lot of it, and you can trust Corey to tell you the truth exactly as he knows it. Just remember, that little thing he holds does not hold the truth. There'll be some, but then there'll be BS in there too. Corey's going to start getting stronger and stronger. He'll start feeling the flu stuff. He'll start, he's going to start changing a little bit, but it's slow. It has to be slow. That way, Ta'ir has the time he needs to prepare Corey for what he's about to know for himself. Okay? That's why I've been talking a lot with Ta'ir lately, so he could understand what I'm doing and why. Ta'ir's family, source, he's a really cool guy. And you all are cool. I just want you to know how much. Folks, I love you, man. Have a good one.